How far would you go to experience the joy of motherhood? Would you be willing to engage in acts such as robbery, theft, or even murder? The woman in this story was consumed by an intense desire for a child and was willing to forcibly extract a baby from the womb of a pregnant woman. This is her story. Bobby Jo Stinnett, a soon-to-be mother, was filled with anticipation as she entered the 8th month of her pregnancy. For years, she had observed the joyous moments of her dogs giving birth to adorable litters of puppies. Close friends and family members welcomed beautiful children into the world, and now, after a year of marriage, it was finally her chance. The sheer excitement bubbling within her was nearly uncontrollable. Despite reaching the physically challenging 8-month mark of her pregnancy, Bobby couldn't help but gush about her upcoming arrival. She delightedly shared her anticipation with others, including an online chat room called Ratter Chatter, where enthusiasts of rat terriers gathered to engage in discussions. While engaging in online conversations, Bobby encountered a user named Lisa Montgomery. They bonded over shared interests, particularly their love for rat terriers. Coincidentally, they were both on the verge of becoming mothers. As Bobby openly discussed her pregnancy, Lisa deceitfully claimed to be expecting a child as well, although this was far from the truth. During their online conversation, the discussion veered towards Bobby's business, which she openly advertised online. Alongside her husband Zeb, she operated a dog breeding business from their home in Missouri, constantly finding loving homes for dogs and attracting many visitors. On December 16, 2004, Bobby cheerfully opened her door to welcome a stranger into her home. Lisa Montgomery, a woman in her middle age, had sandy brown hair, wore glasses, and opted for a minimal amount of makeup. However, on that particular morning, she assumed a different identity and introduced herself to Bobby as Darlene Fisher. Under this false name, she expressed a keen desire to purchase a puppy, and Bobby Jo Stinnett, being her usual hospitable self, welcomed her into her house. The only information she had about this person was that she went by the name Darlene and had an interest in dogs. With nobody else present, Bobby turned to lead Lisa towards the dogs. In that momentary lapse, Lisa seized the opportunity and attacked Bobby with a pink neon rope. She tightly encircled her neck and exerted pressure, leaving Bobby trapped despite her desperate attempts to escape. Feeling her life slipping away, Bobby's hands instinctively reached for the baby still kicking inside her womb. Tragically, she succumbed to her fate. However, Lisa's intentions were far from complete. Holding a knife, Lisa approached the body of Bobby Jo Stinnett. She carefully repositioned it, then commenced her gruesome act. Lisa incised Bobby's abdomen, penetrating deeper and deeper until she reached the womb. She located the living baby within the lifeless body of its mother, and with calculated actions, she skillfully removed the infant by carving through Bobby's flesh and severing the umbilical cord. Subsequently, she departed, leaving Bobby in a pool of her own blood. A few hours later, Bobby's mother stumbled upon her daughter's lifeless and brutally disfigured body. The devastating sight nearly shattered her, leaving her with little strength to contact the police. As she made the distressing call, the police quickly rushed towards Bobby's residence, their sirens blazing and lights flashing. Upon arriving at the scene, it became apparent to the police that 2 individuals had been assaulted, yet only one body was discovered. They wondered where the baby was, and quickly contacted the FBI for assistance. The authorities were concerned that the infant might have been abducted and taken to another state, and their primary objective was to locate the baby safe and sound. Lisa had spent months deceiving her husband and the entire community in her small town, despite not visibly showing signs of pregnancy. Her husband had wholeheartedly believed her fabricated story because even though Lisa had 4 children from a previous marriage, this baby would be his first. Lisa even searched for ultrasound images and proudly displayed one of them as her own. Upon reaching Topeka, Lisa promptly called her husband and narrated a tale of unexpectedly giving birth during her time there. According to her account, she had experienced premature labor and now had a beautiful baby girl. She requested him to come pick her up since she was not in a condition to drive after giving birth. The sole individual under suspicion was the person who had arranged to purchase a dog using the name Darlene Fisher. Despite Lisa providing a false identity, the authorities managed to gain access to Bobby's computer records. Someone who had seen Bobby's online conversations on the chat room provided a lead, and the investigators found the account of the individual who had visited her house. Within a few hours, Lisa was apprehended by the police, and the baby, who miraculously survived, was reunited with the father. DNA tests revealed that the baby belonged to Bobby. Lisa Montgomery's trial was brief. She was given a life sentence with the possibility of execution looming over her. On January 13, 2021, Lisa Montgomery, aged 52, was executed through lethal injection, becoming the first woman to be executed by the federal government since 1953.